Well, we've got a couple days of sunshine, but the next big slow-moving storm system brings more rain and snow just as river levels are rising. So I picked up some more snow, of course, over the weekend, but the Twin Cities really on the lower side of it, at least especially if you're in the eastern half of the metro. The jackpot was in Wisconsin, but big divide between western and eastern suburbs that we'll show in a second here, but it was a pretty widespread snowfall, not just a northern Minnesota thing here, as we all saw some pretty chilly air. And enough snow where Duluth is just a few tenths of an inch from tying the all-time record of 135.4 inches. It's almost guaranteed that they will do so this week because they've got more snow coming likely here on Thursday. But as I mentioned, East Metro, generally we saw an inch or two or less. The airport only 3/10 of an inch, but Victoria, half foot of fresh snow. The jackpot, though, was in central Wisconsin. We had between 19 and 20 inches of snow here in some places between about Eau Claire, Wisconsin Rapids, and just north and east of La Crosse. So that's where they got a lot of snow. And we still have snow bands rotating around this upper level low, cutoff low. Whenever we have closed circles like this of the heights aloft, that means that these systems just are not moving. We're going to see another one of those develop later this week. So it means crummy weather for a while, I'm afraid. Snow showers are going to continue into the Arrowhead, where they're going to pick up more snow through the day. Had blizzard warnings still going. The rest of us seeing sunshine and wind and cool temperatures, but still more accumulating snow here, especially along the South Shore, but also up into the Arrowhead. That'll wind down through the day today, eventually into tonight. And they've got more snow coming for the northern part of the state. Some pretty blustery winds still today, too. A little better in the afternoon hours, but we're still looking at gusts that are going to be 20 to 35 miles an hour out of the northwest. And then those winds lighten up heading into tomorrow. Tomorrow looks decent. Sunshine, light winds, still a touch below normal, but probably the best day of the week. This system moves on. We'll be into a temporary ridge in the upper level flow, which means sunshine, calmer weather, but it's not a ridge that's going to park over us. We've got this deep Pacific storm that's going to move in, and watch what happens. It turns from a trough into one of these cutoff lows as we head into the later part of the week, and it's going to just kind of sit over the upper Midwest just like this last one did. So Wednesday into Saturday, expect mainly cloudy skies, some occasional moisture, chillier than normal temperatures as well. So the first band of rain comes in Wednesday morning after a sunny Tuesday. And then we'll get a break late in the day, some snow possible in northern Minnesota, and then another round of moisture comes in early Thursday. That one is also going to turn to some snow, especially for northern Minnesota. I do think we'll see some snow here in southern Minnesota again as well. Whether we get accumulation, still a little bit of a question. Probably will be light if we get anything, but Wednesday, most of the models do agree that northern Minnesota, best chance of seeing maybe a coating of some snow for some spots up there. And then that Thursday chance could be a more significant snow across northern Minnesota. Now, this isn't accounting for melting and compacting of the snow, but either way, you can see northern Minnesota best aligned here to see potentially several more inches of snow. And regardless, the water in this system is going to be substantial. We're talking about a widespread inch or so of precip here across much of the eastern half of Minnesota into Wisconsin. And of course, this comes right at the moment where our rivers are cresting. Most of northern Minnesota lost their snowpack all just in last week with those warm temperatures. So all that water is headed into the rivers. And you can see most of these river gauges, everything that's yellow, orange, red, or purple are at flood stage. And these other areas are going to be probably cresting at some point this week into the weekend. So all the river systems are going to be very sensitive to the water that we do get this week. So we're going to watch very closely where that water actually lands. Other than that, below normal temperatures, the normal high now is in the upper 50s. We're going to stay below that, except for, again, tomorrow will be the closest we get, the nicest day of the week. Other than that, we're in for a crummy stretch starting Wednesday.